Let's go shopping. Hey, I'm going to take you through Costco Business Center today, give you a look at some prices, the economics of vending, and how, compare to how you're set up, or if you're new, you get some ideas on how you can price your items. But it's important to find a spot you like. I like Costco Business Center. 90% of my inventory comes from here. It's easy. I order some other stuff. I got a couple other gems where I go to pick up product, but find a place you like. If it's Sam's Club, BJ's, they could all be good. But going through, you'll see a great chocolate selection at Costco, and we've got to be mindful of our margins. Again, 2x is what we're shooting for. So when we're looking at all this chocolate, it's going up in price. It's getting harder and harder to keep these bars at $2. You'll see most of the single items are $1.09 cost per unit. $1 is really what I'm looking for. Sometimes these variety packs can come in at 90 cents cost per unit, so you can sell those for $2. It's great. But the variety packs, you might not sell all the options, so be careful, because that's going to eat into your profits if you can't sell all of them. Keep an eye on the sales. Some of these candies, they go on sale, might be a few dollars off, and you can get below even 90% cost per unit. Sell the candies for $2. These have a long shelf life, but again, make sure that people like Starburst and Skittles. You don't want to be left to have a bunch of Starbursts left over. But again, the multiplier is key. What were we looking for? That's right. Stay at least 2x. You'll have some are a little higher. Maybe you got to eat some and be a little bit lower, but 2x is a good place to be. These Builder protein bars are fantastic. $1.25 cost per unit. I sell them for $2.50. Not bad. Candies, I like them because of the shelf life. I don't get them all at Costco now, though. This is one place. I have another pro tip I'll share with you in a minute. But these Sour Patch, these bags, some other stuff, they come in at below 90 cents, and you can sell them for $2. Check out the gas stations, convenience stores near you, and you'll see that you're right in line if you're at that 2x spot. We're providing a convenience for our customers, so you gotta have some decent margins. Here's that pro tip, though. These bags are great. These larger bags of the gummies, I get them from the Dollar Tree. So here they're $1.40 cost per unit. I get them for $1.25, as well as some chocolates, and I sell them for $2.50. Give me a like for that little gem, because that's a good one. Stop by the Dollar Tree. But yeah, a ton of stuff at the Business Center. Have some value items. These Be Ready bars, these move pretty well. Decent shelf life. 38-cent cost per unit. Can sell them for $1. Keep the folks happy. Quick snack right there. Cookies are a must. Long shelf life here. Oreos are my go-to. These are 45-cent cost per unit. Sell them for $1.50. So good margins here. And people like them. This is that 6-pack, in the sleeve. They've got a bunch of other options, so look around. Your clients might like some of these, the Wonder Dunes, the Nutter Butters. There's a bunch of the biscuit cookies, the Belvitas and Nature Valley. A lot of options here, and they're all coming in, under 50 cents. So it's a good margins here that you can move for $1.50, not a problem. These Milano cookies, was surprised. These are selling pretty good. And these are still sub 50 cents, 48-cent cost per unit, selling for $1.50, long shelf life. That's what I look for. Be careful with the chips, anything that's potato-based, and always check the expiration date. You might even see some of these on the top row are a month sooner on their expiration date than some of the ones below. So I'm always looking at the boxes and double checking, and buy the ones that are out a little bit. And the cookies, like I said, they have a good shelf life. Chips don't. Oh yeah, these Rice Krispie treats are a must, and they're 30 cents cost per unit. They're pretty good. A couple other value standards that I'm always having in stock. These Ritz peanut butter crackers are great. This is where you can make up some margin if you want, but these are only 25 cents cost per unit, selling for $1. So it's just a good value. Some of my clients really like these, and they'll grab a soda and the crackers. These Lance, some people prefer the Lance, and these are only 15 cents right now, cost per unit, selling for the same $1. You could go for $1.50 if you want, but like I said, I like to keep a value row of things $1, and people buy a snack and a drink, keep them happy. But double check those expiration dates. I found one here that these were, some were October, some were November. Give yourself an extra month in the cushion there, and you're good to go. But like I was saying on the cookies, big selection at Costco. These Famous Amos are great. I get the 42-pack, 47-cent cost per unit, sell them for $1.50. There's a bunch of other options, these Chips Ahoy ones, but people go with the Famous Amos at my locations. Veggie straws are cool. Again, another decent shelf life on these. Can sell them at a $1.50 price point, but be mindful of those expiration dates, especially with the chips. I try to avoid the potato-based ones, so they just don't last that long. So I'll look for the popcorners. This was a gem. Yes, this is a variety pack, but it works well for me because people are liking all these flavors. 52-cent cost per unit, so up a little bit, but these I think they last for a year, on the expiration date. Check that out. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but these last for a long time and people like it. I got in trouble with these Miss Vicky because people liked them. They liked the jalapenos, but nobody was buying the barbecue. So when they're about 58 to 60 cent cost per unit for that larger bag, I ended up losing some money on the barbecue and some of these other ones that wouldn't sell. So I try to avoid some of those chips and look for the other longer shelf life options like the Fritos. These are 1 ounce bags. I sell them for $1.50. They come in at about 40 cents cost per unit. These have a good shelf life, and I have several locations that like these. So it's easy for me to get the 50 pack on the 1 ounce, and then I go through them pretty quickly. So I do like these. And then I'll do the same with the Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Some of these other 1.5 ounce, the 1 ounce as opposed to 1.5, I still sell for $1.50. Here's that warning again, though. I tried these variety packs on the Flamin' Hots. People liked them, but I was left with a bunch of Funyuns, and that just ate into my margins. I couldn't sell the Funyuns for some reason at a few of my locations, so I don't go that route anymore. And those were the bigger bags too. Then there's the 54 pack, but still watch out. Even on the basic ones, I wasn't selling some of the regular Cheetos, so it really cuts into your costs there, or your margins. I do like these bulk, the 64 pack. These are 1.5 or 1.7 ounce options for the Cheetos, Doritos, whatever works. If you have a location that's heavy through the Doritos, go this route. A little more, 68 cents cost per unit. Can sell them for $1.50, but just be aware of what's moving in your locations and track your inventory so you're not stuck with 40 bags of Cool Ranch that you couldn't sell. These Liquid IV, or I've got the Element packs, are great. 96 cent cost per unit. Can sell them for $2.50, $3 at the gyms, and they'll add it to their waters or buy one of ours. What are your thoughts on these Red Bulls, though? I can't move them. At $3, I try to sell them for $3, $1.62 cost per unit for those 8.4 ounce cans. Doesn't work for me. And now I'm seeing these 12 ounce monsters as opposed to the 15. Better price point, $1.20 cost per unit. Not bad. Go for $3, but I don't know. My locations like the 16 ounce energy drinks. I do have some of the 12 ounce slim cans of Celsius, but they like the 16 ounce monsters. Those Bucks were pretty good. The Bucked Up were good. But these are coming up in price. Might have to make an adjustment on these soon, but I'm holding off trying to keep them at $3 and keep the people happy. These Monster Zeros, these are always the go-to. Some folks like the flavored ones, but I've got the regular Monster and the Monster Zeros. The white cans are good. Here's the big item, the 12 ounce soda cans. Costco usually has them for 58 cents. Sometimes you'll get Sprite and Coke for 50 cents for that 35 pack. It's great. 58 cents a bit high. Try to stay below 50 cents cost per unit. But the Pepsi's a little bit cheaper too. But the kicker here is, this is the pro tip, get your reseller license, save on tax at Costco, and then get the 2% back. And then you don't have to chase down the soda deals. You get a good price. I do have some of these 16.9 ounce, and they're good. 73 cents CPU, selling for $1.75. Water is great. I keep a bunch of different water options in my vending machines. We're not the airport, so I try to keep those margins reasonable. I don't want to gouge. But hey, everybody, I hope this has been helpful, a helpful walkthrough. Stay locked and loaded. Subscribe. Let me know what else you want to hear. Thanks.